Everybody, if I can have your attention, please. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
If everybody can gather around over here, please. Fill it out in. Come on. Don't be shy. Everybody, right over here. We're going to stop the fun for a second and do a little hellos and welcome everybody. Okay. Everybody, come on over here, please. Fill it in. Okay. Well, first of all, I want to thank you all for coming here. Can everyone hear me in the back? Duke, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Duke? You can hear me? Good. All right, everybody, thank you very much for coming. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. Listen, my name is Ed. My name is Ed Sparan. I'm the operations manager here at the World AIDS Museum, and I want to welcome you to come here tonight. This is wonderful. I really want to thank you. This is such a wonderful big turnout, and we really love you for coming out here and supporting this project. This is a very special project for us. We've been working so hard on this, and I'm so glad that you're supporting us on this wonderful exhibit here. Now, before we go any further, the museum has been here for a year and a half, and we're doing such good work. And after you see the exhibit, I want you to explore everything here, speak to some of our people, ask any questions, and I hope you all come back in a week or two or sooner and come and explore the exhibits and everything we have here and learn something. Now, before we give you a little intro to the exhibit and talk a little bit about that, I'm going to bring someone special up here to tell you a thing or two. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you a warm round of applause for our CEO, Hugh Beswick.
Well, we're thrilled that you're here, and I mean that. Can you hear me? Yeah. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Hugh Beswick. I'm the CEO of the museum, and we really are thrilled to have everybody here tonight. And we made a special effort to reach out to a mixed group of people, because I think that's what this museum has to be about to survive. A couple of things I wanted to say. I always make notes and then I forget to use them, but I'm going to use them tonight. The first year that the museum was in operation, we really focused on telling the story of HIV around the world. We really focused on the fact that it was such a big part of contemporary history. 75 million people have been affected by this disease, and that was really important for us to do. In year two, the board regrouped, and we decided for the next several months to particularly focus on young people in education, because we live in the county that has the highest infection rate in America. I don't know if people know that, but Broward County has the highest conversion rate to HIV in the country at this point, followed by Miami-Dade County, which to me was shocking in the beginning. So there's a very good reason for us to be here. And we want to thank you for coming. A couple of things that I wanted to touch on. The way we want to reach out this year to young people, two big ways. First, we wrote an education package, and I want to introduce Dr. Rosalind Osgood, who is on our board and is the new president of the Broward County School Board. So it's really it's a privilege for us to have that kind of resource on our board, because we're new, and it means a lot to us to have Rosalind with us. And she's helped me a lot in putting the program together. We created in the last 6 months a program of education, HIV and STI education for students between the ages of 13 and 23. And it's part one of a planned two-part program. And the plan is to go into 33 what are identified as priority schools in Broward County this year. 33 schools that seem to have the greatest need for education and awareness. And we are starting on December 3rd. So we're really excited about it. We have a staff of 4 people. The other thing we're doing is the exhibit tonight. This is the first of a series that we want to do. We're calling the exhibit that opens tonight, Owning Up Stories of Poz Millenials. You know, a lot of the publicity around HIV and AIDS really goes back to the generation that grew up in the 80s and 90s. And that's a very important part of history, but there's a whole other story being told now. And this has been an amazing experience for us. We had quite a challenge to get 10 people who are young, who were willing to stand up and talk about what it's like for them to be living with HIV. And I want to say that includes 2 people who were born with AIDS and had never known life without that. And so I think it's pretty fascinating. I'm going to borrow some words from my sister. We think that the experience tonight is inspiring and that it's motivational, and it's also cautionary. Sometimes we forget in our excitement that we need to pause and realize that this affects people's lives for the balance of their lives, that it's really a big deal. And it's very important to remember that. Here's what we want you to do tonight, if you would be willing. We're asking you, as you walk around this little gallery and look at the pictures, to look carefully at the faces of those beautiful portraits. And they really are portraits. They're photographs, but they're more than photographs. If you look at the eyes especially, I think each one tells a story. Miro Roski, where are you? Miro's right here. Miro is a photographer here in Fort Lauderdale. He did a remarkable job. I looked at the pictures and they brought tears to my eyes. Literally, they're more than pictures, they're photographic portraits. And so we would like you to look at them that way. And just think about the people who you hear on the film and see in those photographic portraits, and think about what they're dealing with and how they're dealing with it. I want to quote Abraham Lincoln. I like Lincoln. I like Lincoln because he's so succinct. He never says a whole lot. He gets to the point and gets it done. And I think it fits with what we're doing tonight. Abraham Lincoln said, "It's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years that count." And I think that somehow that touches on what we're talking about tonight with these people. And Ed is going to introduce each one in a minute. A couple other things I want to mention. SunTrust underwrote this benefit tonight, and we thank you for that. Laurie?
Yay! Make some noise for SunTrust! Yay!
And I'm going to ask her just to say a few words.
Oh, just thank you for the privilege for allowing us to participate tonight. And I came maybe a month or so ago. During the day, I was all by myself, and I had an opportunity to look at everything, and I was fascinated with it. And it was just a great opportunity to give back to the community.
Thank you.
Yeah. I don't want to forget any of the important people. Miro Roski just did a phenomenal job. Wade Smith from Wade Smith from Loft Studio Productions was the film guy who helped us put this whole thing together. And Matt Garrett, a technical friend of mine, who literally, the thing wasn't working 2 hours ago. I can't stand things like that. But anyway, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. At this point, I'd like to turn it back over to Ed.
Now, yes, so tonight's exhibit is called Owning Up. And if you haven't gone in there yet, you will in a minute. It's a really beautiful and exciting exhibit. And once again, I want to personally thank Miro for his wonderful photography, because anybody can take a camera and take pictures, but it takes a professional and a true artist to not only take pictures of the outside of the person, but to take that picture and see the inside of these people's souls. And that's what you'll see at the heart and the souls in these photos tonight. Phenomenal job, Miro. So, I'd like you all right now, as one big group, I'd like you all together with me, just to all together say the word, owning up.
Owning up!
Because all of us own up. Think about in your personal life owning up and what you've done to own up in your personal life. In HIV and AIDS, since 1981, over 75 million people have been infected. Since 1981, over 39 million people have passed away. All of them are friends and our loved ones. And so these 10 people in this exhibit truly gave of their time and their heart and soul to own up and tell their story. And so the few people in this exhibit really are the voice and the pictures of the 75 million people that we've seen since 1981, and also, too, the 35 million people still living with HIV in the world. In the United States, there's probably 1.1 million people living with HIV. And once again, that's a large number, but the bigger number is everybody's infected. Infected or affected. Everybody knows somebody who is HIV positive. Now, in our experiences, we must own up. We must own up to our feelings and our emotions and our responsibilities. And so, every one of these beautiful people owned up and came into this experience and told their story. And so here's their story. So Dominic is here, and he's one of our participants in the exhibit. So this is Dominic.
I take my pills every single day. At least I try to.
Now, some people are infected and affected, and as you'll see in their story, Dominic and Wesley were born with HIV. So they've lived their whole life with HIV. They haven't known the experiences that some of us have experienced. Wesley? So Wesley is another young gentleman who is owning up and telling his story.
Living positively.
Okay, well, this is Wesley. Go ahead.
I'm living positively.
Living positive. Thank you. All right. So everybody's here, and people are infected and affected. And so I want to bring up young Caitlin, please. Caitlin is not infected, but she's affected. Here is a young person who is definitely affected by HIV. Caitlin.
I'm owning up, and I believe that everybody should practice safe sex always.
There are people that are HIV positive and take the medication every day, and then there's people that get involved in the community and do something about it. So I'd like to introduce Alejandro. This is Alejandro.
I live positively and I do it mind, body, and soul.
Okay. Alejandro. Now, young or old, we're all here for a cause, but other people live HIV every day. And we have Travis.
And I'm owning up. I definitely try to be a positive example for people who live positive.
Great. Whether positive or negative, we are all affected by HIV and AIDS. But whether you're positive or negative, you need to live a positive lifestyle. So our next person is Billy.
I'm owning up. I lead by example and educate my community.
We are missing two other people, Jason and Marco, but we really thank them very much for their participation in this exhibit. So once again, together we are owning up, and we are all here together as a community to support these people, to support our friends and families, and to support this cause and live an HIV-positive lifestyle, whether infected or affected. I want to thank you all here for coming out here tonight. I want you to enjoy yourself, and please enjoy the exhibit.
Thank you. Thank you.